Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
And me, Banshee. Welcome to our monthly modality message. Happy birthday to our friends, the Libras.
Libras are celebrating their birthday beginning today.
Awesome. Your dad was a Libra.
Yes, he was an October Libra.
One of my first friends growing up was a Libra.
Well, I've had a few friends who were both September and October Libras.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
So, happy birthday to you, and also to everybody celebrating the fall. I mean, if you celebrate fall, happy Maybon to all our pagan and witchy friends. Happy, what would it be? Would it be spring equinox on some side of the
fall
world?
Equinox. Well, it would be on the opposite side of the world,
Right.
Or down under, it would be spring. That's
right. So enjoy the complete balance between night and day.
Yeah,
right.
It's the equinox.
Let's get the show on the road.
So the monthly modality message is basically how there are three different modalities that are sort of play similar roles to the elemental associations, but how they operate over the course of the month. So we have created this rather unique reading to show what the highlights are for using your energies, your perceptions, things of that sort. And there are, of course, three modalities, as I mentioned.
Right, there's the Cardinal Signs, the Fixed Signs, and the Mutables. And we'll go through them as we go through the modalities. We will start with our Cardinal Signs, which are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. That includes me. And so I just want to say about us Cardinal Signs that, we are the initiators. We get things started. We get things going. We're active, we're quick, we're driven, ambitious. No slackers when we're in our game anyway. Enthusiastic, a zest for life. We want to win. But there are some negatives. There's negatives with all of the modalities as well. Sometimes some of us, I won't mention names, are too domineering, too self-centered, forgetting about others because we're focusing on our own stuff and often don't finish what we start. Guilty as charged. I start a lot of stuff. It's that darn finishing that gets me all the time.
Now, cardinal signs, like each of the other two signs, contain one from each of the elemental associations. So if you notice, there's an Aries, a Cancer, a Libra, and a Capricorn. So it's a fire, a water, an air, and an earth per each modality.
That's right.
Alrighty, so let's get going.
They all bring their own stuff to the table.
And, of course, here's
Hello, Sonny.
Our welcome friend, Sunman, always here.
Stay there, please. Thank you. All righty, then. The primary focus for the Cardinal Signs, Cardinal modality in the month ahead is, it's the Princess of Swords. The Princess of Swords is reversed, Mr. O.
Right, and the primary focus, so the Princess of Swords reversed, that's like the Page of Swords. And this could be saying that you need to get over maybe a little bit of awkwardness that you're having or lacking a certain grace to operate in the manner that you're lacking. This could be just not necessarily related to a professional life, but it could be your personal life. So maybe there's some sense that there's a little bit of doubt about how you're operating in your world right now.
Well, I think, too, for you guys, for you Cardinal Signs, that maybe the focus is on, and I'm assuming for part of this month still ahead, Mr. O, Mercury is going to be in retrograde still for a little while longer.
Yeah, probably
Maybe
another
not
week
too
or
much
so.
longer. But at any rate, it's got its shadow phase and all of that. So you may want to watch how you communicate with others. That could be a focus, at least early on in this month ahead. Beware of what you say and how you say it.
Choose your words wisely.
And by all means, be a magnanimous listener as well. And also, this might be a time where, you might want to take your time more in making decisions. I'm not saying to procrastinate, Cardinal Signs, which you're not really ready to do if you have something to do and you want to get it out. But the thing is, you should take your time. Don't rush through making any important decisions. All right.
Card 2. What role will your interactions with others may play in the month ahead? Oh, right. And of course, it's another reversed card.
Mm-hmm.
It's the reversed Five of Pentacles. But as tarot readers know, this one is not so bad. This may be saying that because you are healing, recovering, noticing what is most helpful to you, you are able to model this behavior, or maybe others just see this and are inspired by it regardless. Realizing that it is possible, to come back from maybe a real dark night of the soul.
Right. If you have felt disenfranchised, left out by others, maybe a work team at work, or, some organizations or social groups that you belong to, I feel like there's a recovery or a healing in process. You finally come to terms with the fact that, if I want in, I have to, just sit down and, and take my rightful place, in this group and organization, and stand up for yourself a little bit here. There is a healing process. It seems as though you're being included again. You feel like things are more inclusive. And so maybe that is going to be one positive here. I don't know. Maybe these two.
Well, it sounds almost like the foibles of Mercury retrograde are sort of pulling together the idea that you need to maybe restate what you meant rather than what you said previously, that kind of thing. Redeem yourself in maybe small ways where you set a tone, perhaps.
That could very well be. Yeah.
All right, so card 3.
Mm-hmm.
The opportunities or challenges you may face in the month ahead and how best you can achieve or tackle them. And we have an upright Two of Cups, and I'll put that one over there.
So it's interesting right now, from what I'm seeing from all of these cards, is it seems like this month is going to be heavy on interacting with others for you Cardinal Signs. And this one, of course, the opportunities or challenges you may face while va-va-voom. You may have an opportunity to begin a new relationship, partnership, something, involving, where somebody else is involved, a significant other. Maybe a relationship will deepen this month. It just doesn't look like a challenge to me. It looks like a real opportunity to deepen some connection with someone or some group you belong to.
Well, when I think about the other cards and how they possibly slant more to a professional life of some sort,
it could be.
Then I'm wondering if this is really talking about having a major team interaction or bonding experience with a team member who can really put a lot of opportunities out there for you. And that maybe, of course, this is the month where maybe if it may have started off improperly due to the Mercury retrograde shenanigans, maybe this is really about coming to terms with first impressions or otherwise and saying, we need to be a team, we need to work together, and this would be wildfire if we could do this.
Well, it's interesting because, like you, I do sense that business thing. I want to see what this last card will throw, but I could really see this work either way. So let me recap.
You're right.
I'm going to take a look at that. But here we go. Another reversed card, unfortunately. How can you use your modality superpower this month to best advantage?
Oh dear. I don't know about this. It's the Magician reversed. And of course, that could be saying as simply as you're in it for yourself. And so that whatever that power is, you just have to remember to make yourself number one. So it sounds like exemplifying maybe a I need to get mine before anybody else kind of attitude. Maybe this is the month ahead where you really have to be a little bit more selfish or devious about what you can affect for yourself. Maybe.
Well, you know, your superpowers are about winning and about ambition and drive and getting things started. The magician here, though, is reversed. And so I feel here, if you want to use your superpower to best advantage, you need to make sure you are being the authentic you. No gamesmanship, no phony baloney stuff. This is just where you be you, for better or worse, because you're bound to impress people if they really see the authentic you. So that is the best way I feel that you can portray this, you know. Let's look at this, though. I really think this is very much relationship oriented,
Okay.
but where I can see it at work, maybe leaning more now that this card has come up. But I want to address it both ways. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Go ahead and start.
All right. So the Princess of Swords is saying, do be careful how you speak with others, you know. Also, see, I'm going to mention some of these other cards here in tandem because I think this is important. Your focus should be on how to get back in with your tribe or group or the person or persons who you want support or comfort or, you know, or to work with. You want to feel included. And so you have to be careful how you approach this. Do you need to make some compromises? You need to make some decisions here that are in your best interests, not in selfish interests.
I think it's about finding a comfort zone where you can really effect these things and be part of that communication properly.
Right. And by all means, listen as well as speak, you know, from the heart. So with the role your interactions will be with others, or the role other people will have with you, is basically that I feel like they're going to start coming around to whatever, you know, whatever problems you've had, whatever maybe has ostracized you from this group or isolated you or made you feel like you really weren't a part of them, like you weren't seeing eye to eye anymore. I think there's going to be a healing happening here. You know, there definitely looks like there could be.
It seems too like maybe this is an opportunity to model a better behavior, you know, a wiser behavior, not in a way of sort of beating them down, but just trying to say, be more like this, exemplify better values for getting us through this process, you know, this recovery.
And stand up and show people why you really belong with them, you know, in whatever case it is, if it's romance, relationship, or work. Because then, of course, when we go to card 3, the opportunities or challenges, there's an opportunity to really make a connection with others, you know, that's heartfelt this month. People, you know, make people, I don't want to say make, but encourage people through your actions and words to like you, you know, to feel they can work with you, that they feel a connection with you.
Yeah, in the overall context, this is really a strong bonding with maybe
one or more
team, you know, possibility.
And ultimately, how best you can use your modality superpower? Well, you know, this is saying by not doing anything that's insincere or makes you look like you're an imposter or a fraud or a phony, or that you're trying to just manipulate others. Be the authentic you.
Use your powers for good.
You know, sometimes we worry that, you know, people will get the wrong impression because we move fast, you cardinal signs, you have a lot of drive and energy and definitely ambition. So make sure they feel everything is on the up and up with you. And that's what we have for you, cardinal signs. Good luck with that.
All right.
All right, let's move on to our friends, the Mutables.
No, the fixed.
The fixed signs. Go ahead, Mr. O.
Fixed signs are like me. They are Taurus and are assigned Leo, fire sign, Scorpio, water, and Aquarius. And their positive qualities are their steadiness, they're stable, determined, resolute, self-reliant, forging ahead, calmly working on their objectives. They remember those who've helped them. So it's talking about some loyalty kind of stuff, but they can be very stubborn too. They can get stuck in their ways and believe that they're always right. And I can see that very much with each of these signs in a way, although ultimately how that manifests, it may be a little bit different. But so...
My way or the highway thinking.
It is interesting to note. Okay, I'm not going to do that.
All right then. So what do we have here? Oh boy. Well, this isn't horrible. The primary focus for you mutable signs, modalities in the month ahead is the Four of Pentacles reversed.
And this is not bad at all.
You want to go ahead?
Right. The primary focus, I guess, is really kind of channeling some new energies into investing in others. That maybe there's a way of finding a way to support materially or otherwise what others might need at this time. And I think this is just basically saying you're in a better position financially to be helpful. And this could be something that's really direct, people that you can personally help, or it could be just about donating time or money, etc., to other organizations or associations.
I'm entertaining the cat on the side here so Sunny does not jump in. I think the Four of Pentacles here reversed is a very fall-like activity for you. Mutable signs. I think that this is a time to let things go. It could be like Mr. O said, you benefit others by perhaps, giving to charities, donating to charities, cleaning out that attic, cleaning out that basement of things that are no longer serving you, Maybe there is some excess that you can let go of. And conversely, let's think about it on a more physical sense too. Maybe this is a time to get back into shape. Do we have a little excess we need to eliminate? I know I do, but I'm not a mutable sign. So still doesn't mean I shouldn't do it. All right, the role your interactions with others may play in the month ahead. Oh, ouchie.
It's the Tower, and it's upright.
Well, it looks like you are headed, I don't know that these are connected, really, unless this is saying you may be letting go of some people in your life, because this certainly is indicating a real wake-up call, a shake-up with others around you, I don't know if this could be something like people quitting a place of employment, and people you were comfortable working with now gone. If this just means some falling out with people, which is, to me, I almost think a little bit more likely here, that you might be letting go people in your personal life.
It almost does feel like it could be more personal, and I wonder if this is really saying that there are certain consequences to certain actions that may have affected a group of people, and, it could be a thing that maybe somebody said something and it was gossipy and it just caused hurt feelings. And so it could present a wake-up call, a lesson to learn about what these interactions were and what they may have done.
Now, mutables, caution for you, this is the Tower. And what it means is something needs to break down so something can grow, something can come out of it. So you need to learn some hard lessons here, unfortunately. And what I would suggest to you, mutables, this is not a time for you to be stubborn. This is not a time for you to just hang resolute here and fall down with that Tower. Let it go. You know, jump out, get out, and pick up the pieces after and move on.
Right. That could very well be that sometimes if there's the price of a lesson, it's because as mutables, we might drag it out too long, thinking that something could change or we could be more in control. Okay.
All right, card 3 is...
the opportunities or challenges you may face in the month ahead and how best you can achieve or tackle them.
Well, so far, both you and the Cardinal Signs have some good opportunities, potential opportunities here. You know, I might just say to you, you know, again, this looks like maybe it's business. We got these pentacles, we've got the swords. We've got to see what that last card is.
It's the Ace of Pentacles, though,
I know, but I was ready to tie it into the Tower here because I'm...
But you didn't announce what the card was.
I'm sorry. I was going to get there, though.
I know.
I was.
Keep going.
So I was going to say that I feel here that maybe after this destructive breakdown here, that something new is definitely in the offing. It could be a new job. It could be a new career. It could be a new money-making opportunity. It could just be something with potential for growth, you know? So if it was in a personal life, it could be a new, if not a relationship, some other kind of a steady friendship or something. I have to think about this more, but I like what I'm seeing here. And when I talked about excess too, this could also be a new health regime possibly.
Well, Tower represents a sense of a foundation. It may not be quite the idea of an institution, but it represents something that was built up and that maybe has to come down. And so maybe this is saying whether it was an association between humans, you know, loving or just friendly in some ways, or whether it was a business association, something about it may be bringing it to its end. And there may be some amount of wanting to cling to it, you know, the idea of being a fixed sign, but really the best opportunity should be seized, and you should do that. You know, this would be a welcome
seize
change of
the
pace.
day, seize it. You know, it looks like some golden opportunity could come your way out of all of this, perhaps. So let's move on and see what number 4 is. This is a real interesting reading for you, mutables. How can you use your modality superpowers to best advantage? Wow.
Well, if this is your superpower, then you've got it made. It's the upright high priestess.
Well, I think here your superpowers are best served by this energy of the high priestess in that you trust your gut. You know, you like things to be stable and steady, you know, and just to move at a pace. But, you know, you're going to have to trust your gut here in order to make sure that what you are doing is taking you where you want to be. Because another thing you don't like is wasted motions. You don't want to do something for nothing. You don't want to go through this tower and all of this stuff for nothing. So make sure your gut is telling you this is the time to make this move.
And I also think this is really about having the ability to take a deep dive into this and analyze it. And I know that some of the modality signs here can be very introspective and analytical. Being able to look at that and then, you know, take advantage of that.
I like it. Very interesting reading for you guys. Let's try to recap quickly. Definitely, you know, there's this whole feeling at the start of this. I feel your focus for this month is about letting some things go and purging things. So like I said, it could be physical, it could be material, letting things go. It could be in your material world, letting a job go. Maybe something that is just, you know, something that is not, what am I thinking of here? It's not serving you anymore or providing you with, you know, happiness.
I think there's an aspect here, though, where it is also about being generous in some way, supporting somebody.
That's true.
So it's exactly what she said, but some of that may be, not all of that may be about being generous to others.
Sure, like letting things go, giving to charity. You know, even at this time of year, it's a good time to volunteer to do things. So some things like along those lines. But here again, we have this interaction with others. There's something coming down, you know, whether it's an office drama, workplace drama, or whether it's in your personal life. There's definitely something coming down with others, and maybe even that is where the letting go is coming from. I can't escape that possibility. And so I'm just going to say you have to let it happen. You have to, you know, just go with it, because it's going to be ultimately in your best interests to do so.
Right. These are opportunities to learn lessons, and they may not be the ones you need to learn, but maybe the other people that seem to be involved here.
And why do you have to let it go? Because it's going to be in your best interest to do so. Because your opportunity this period is for growth, is for something new to come your way. It could be in the work realm, financial realm. It could be in the physical realm. You're starting a whole new lifestyle, you know, a healthier lifestyle. Whatever the case may be, this is very positive, and I feel a direct connection here.
Like something has to really be broken down in order for it to be rebuilt.
Yeah. And ultimately, trust your gut. This is your best way of moving forward and feeling steady and secure, like you like to feel. Mutables, you want to be able to just, what's the word? Just the word. I can't think of the word. Go on. You can go ahead.
Well, I think that if this is happening to you, it's because really you are very drawn to perceive what this is about. Taking this deep dive.
Bam. You're right. You're right. Maybe what this is saying is, you know, you need to really, you know, look at everything here and what this means for you going forward now. Deep dive indeed, Mr. O.
All right. So that was it for the fixed signs.
Did I say mutables?
You did at one point.
Have I been saying mutables?
You may have.
I'm not fixed.
Well, when I produce it, I will bleep you out or something. I don't know. I'm not sure that I can actually do that.
Throw the word in. Fixed, not mutables. You could do that. Flash that on the screen. Oops, I'm sorry. We're on the mutables now.
We're on the mutables now, so we're very excited to be reading for the mutables who are Gemini, Virgo,
Sagittarius.
I did too.
And Pisces.
Yay.
Mutables. You know, maybe I was just getting excited because I like the mutables. They know how to go with the flow, how to be adaptable, how to be flexible, like little rubber bands. I don't know. I think that's just a really good superpower.
Well, in terms of their negatives, they may try too hard to please everyone. They may appear to be inconsistent or wishy-washy, maybe even deceptive and duplicitous. So they also sometimes stretch themselves beyond what their capabilities are.
Rubber band can only stretch so far, mutables. You got to keep that in mind. But you know how to play fair, be diplomatic. You know, you're very, very helpful to others as well. All right, let me cut them and let's see what we have. Right?
Okay. Question 1. What is the primary focus for the mutables? And it's the 7 of Cups.
Wow. You don't know.
Well, maybe you don't know, but maybe you have some clues, but it's really about kind of trying to understand them. It just may be overwhelming to some degree.
You remember what I said about stretching, or he said about stretching yourself too thin? Well, with the Seven of
Ooh.
Cups, you're stretching this too thin. Your imagination, it's all over the place. You have so many things that you want to accomplish or do. But, ultimately, you're going to have to choose one of them, mutables.
So you're wasting mental energy maybe
A little
on
bit.
schemes or ideas, and you should probably try to narrow that focus. And this could be about whether it's about your personal life or about other aspects of your life.
But you know what, mutables? On the one hand, it's good to have options and, use your imagination to explore what your options are. But ultimately, you have to bring that down to earth and decide what is really doable.
So the month is about refining your options.
Card number 2 is the role your interactions with others could play in the month ahead.
And it's the reversed King of Cups.
Wow, so your interactions with others aren't so great. It may in fact be that there might be some dramas going on, and we got 2 cup cards here, Mr. O, so maybe this is leading more personal for the mutables. We'll see. But I think here the King of Cups reversed is saying that, you got to check your emotions at the door. They're just going to be a little bit high, and or you're going to be dealing with some people that are acting out, being a little bit immature, and they just want it their way, whatever way that is. So just be aware of that.
Well, maybe because of these interactions with people, maybe somebody or 2 somebodies or more feel that they're not getting favorable treatment from you, or that maybe you're going to feel that way about your interactions with people, that something's not fair to you or something is downright unsatisfactory.
Sounds like somebody could be a little bit of a drama king here. But
yeah.
And when I say that, because there's other drama king queens in this court, different court cards, I would say this is with tantrums, having a tantrum.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So then card 3 is the opportunities or challenges you may face in the month ahead, and how best can you achieve or tackle them?
Well, this is a good card to me, but I think it's kind of a nebulous one like the 7 of Cups. But look, we have our 3rd cup card. It's the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is reversed. So basically, I think the challenge you're facing here again is, being able to explore other opportunities. But which ones? Again, maybe by this point, you will finally realize that one of the things you've been thinking about doing is actually now doable. Maybe you've had some disappointments and some things and some setbacks, but now you realize you can rise above them and move forward.
Well, it kind of feels like maybe things that might have been trying to hold you back, whether it was this favoritism aspects, those things have drifted away, and now you're seeing where you can take your opportunities or possibilities and focus them somewhere.
Very good, Mr. O. I like that.
Thank you. So finally,
how can you use your modality superpowers to best advantage this month? Oh my gosh. Well, we've got another 5, and it's a repeat.
But it's the reversed 5 of Pentacles, which is also repeated, right?
Yeah, you know what? It is. And it was in that position. Okay, so how best can you use those superpowers? It is by assisting others. It's by bringing people into the fold, bringing people in, making them feel inclusive, making them feel a part of the process, being fair and sympathetic to others who may be having troubles at this time. Because that's part of your superpowers. You're able to, and others like you for that, so be personable.
So it seems like a lot of this was really about interactions with people, and maybe people feeling jealous or maybe having mixed feelings about this. But in the final end, it really is about you kind of saying, bring it in moment, kind of come back to Jesus moment, and feeling, that maybe it's just a matter of really clarifying what it was all about in some way.
Well, I'm going to go on a radical thing here.
Okay.
For this reading, Mutable Signs, because I'm wondering here. I'm looking at all of these cups, which seem to indicate emotions and interactions with others. And then we have this Pentacles, which can also sometimes be about that. It can be about healing. But I feel here that it might be about community or people or a person. And so let's go back and look at this. I'm going to go through it and then you can say whatever you want about yours.
That's fine.
Okay. So basically with this Seven of Cups, I'm wondering here if this is saying, you know what? You're trying to assemble a team. You're trying to assemble people together you can work with, or you're trying to choose the one. Maybe you've been dating people, more than one person even. And so I feel here the focus is on narrowing down your options and choices. Who's going to be in your tribe? Who's going to be out? The King of Cups reversed is indicating to me here that your interactions with others are not going to be all that happy. Some people are going to be a little bit angry about this situation. They're going to act out. They may have some tantrums. They may feel like you're excluding them, which may possibly be. Because ultimately here you realize now is the time to get this ball in motion. You need to make a choice and a move forward now, because there have been setbacks. There are people maybe that just aren't meant to be with you. And ultimately by whatever the resolution of this, how best to use your superpowers is to do what you do best and make people that you want to be there feel included, welcomed. If you want to smooth over the rough edges with this person and tell them they're in, that's fine. But you just try to use your superpowers to be flexible, diplomatic with others.
Well, it really does sound more like a relationship drama kind of situation. And the funny thing is that when I look at a couple of these cards, I almost wonder, like, it could be about, any kind of relationship, but it could be something where, like, maybe there's a parental figure who needs to feel happy about what you are doing here. And maybe that's that reversed King of Cups, is a parental, a familial figure. And so in the end, what it says is that despite moving within these parameters of trying to do this courtship or getting to know this person better, you find a way to, like I said before, bring it in, bring it home to Papa, make everybody feel secure or happy about either of yours intentions with the relationship and these other, interested parties.
Wow. I think it's a wrap, Mr. O.
I think it's a wrap.
That's what we have for everybody for the Libra season. And just remember, everybody, we will be back at the end of this season. And when the sun enters that sexy sign of Scorpio.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed these readings. There were some very interesting ones here today. Take care.
Bye.
We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.